Let's switch gears here and get over to Cassie, because Cassie, those temperatures this morning were downright bitter.
Yes.
And you said there's going to be a warm up. Is that relative or is it real?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. We've got all kinds of different temperatures in our forecast. It's just that time of year when we're transitioning from warm to cold, and we are getting deeper into fall. So typically temperatures get a little bit colder.
Right.
But we do live in Oklahoma, so things can be all over the place.
It feels like February, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, today for sure, yes. Temperatures, we did not actually make the record. The record low this morning was 14 degrees, but we got dangerously close. We got down to 15 officially this morning at about 6:48 a.m. Now, typically this time of year, the morning low should be about 42 degrees. So we are running way below normal. We got down to 12 degrees in Ponca City, 6 in Woodward, just 3 degrees above zero out in Guyman this morning, and 9 in Altus earlier today. So far for the month of November, we are averaging almost 6.5 or a little over 6.5 degrees below normal. We, of course, had some days in the 70s, and yesterday we officially had a high of 57 degrees, but that happened shortly after midnight, so it hardly counts. But officially, we did have temperatures in the 50s at some point yesterday. But now we've got lots of sunshine. You can see the white to the north. That's all snowpack in parts of Nebraska and Missouri and Iowa and Illinois. But thankfully, things are a lot quieter here. We've got lots of sunshine. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be warm, but it's not going to be as nasty as what it was yesterday. This is our Guthrie camera, part of our Air Comfort Skycam network. Kind of looks like there could be a little fire going on. It's 26 degrees. We've got a very calm wind. Dew point is only at 7. It is dry out there. We've got mid and upper 20s across most of the state, some low 30s to our south, and we've got 40s and 50s out in the Panhandle. We still have a lot of our mesonet sites that are actually frozen, but generally it's a fairly light wind coming in out of the north, but the wind has already transitioned to the south out in the Panhandle, and eventually later this evening that wind will be shifting to the south for everyone. So the big picture right now showing that big storm system moving off to the east coast and pretty much clearing out the middle portion of the country. And so obviously we're not the only ones dealing with this very cold weather. In fact, it's only 19 degrees right now in Kansas City, 34 in Idabel. It's only 33 degrees in Dallas, 33 out in Canadian Texas, and 30 in Great Bend, 50 over in Clayton. But the big picture is showing that over the next couple of days, temperatures, they're going to moderate just a little bit. We should be able to make it into the 40s tomorrow. Our next cold front's going to be moving through sometime Wednesday night into early Thursday. So behind that, temperatures are still going to be cool, but really not expecting a whole lot outside of that. We're not expecting any wintry mix, any rain, anything like that until we get to later on in the weekend. That's when the next storm system is going to move in sometime during the day on Sunday. That's going to bring a pretty good chance of rain and some slightly cooler temperatures. But once we get into next week, temperatures begin to moderate again. So we do have a lot of cold days, but we're also seeing that with temperatures will begin to moderate a little bit kind of here and there. So it's kind of all over the place at this point. Today, we're expecting a high of about 34 degrees. That's all we're going to do. About 40 in Lawton, 41 in Woodward, 38 degrees later today in Alva. Overnight tonight, it's still going to be very cold, but not as cold as what we got to earlier this morning. We should be dropping down to about 21 in Ponca City, 27 in Ada, 25 in Alvin, about 22 degrees overnight tonight in Hobart. Once we get into tomorrow, it's going to get a little bit better. We're still expecting widespread sunshine, but now we're expecting highs to be in the 40s and 50s. So 49 degrees in Oklahoma City, low to mid 50s in western Oklahoma, 54 degrees tomorrow afternoon in Altus. Thursday, really not expecting a whole lot of change. Again, that cold front's going to come through sometime tomorrow night, early Thursday, but it's obviously not going to do a whole lot for our temperatures. We're just going to get a wind shift. So now we've got that north wind between about 10 to 20. So not overly breezy by any means, but mid to upper 40s in central and eastern Oklahoma. And we're back in the low to mid 50s out west. So your 9-day forecast is going to have a little bit of everything, of course. Today, it's obviously going to be very cold, but over the next couple of days, temperatures begin to moderate a little bit. We're going to have a couple of cold fronts move in. That's only really going to drop our temperatures sometime Sunday with that chance of rain, but we should be back in the upper 50s by early next week, and then 60-degree plus temperatures return by about early to midweek of next week. Grant?
All right, Cassie, thanks. We do have an update to that.